I'm going to take you back, way back today, far in the past, young CinnamonToastKen playing video games. And one of those video games that we played quite often was one called Yandere Simulator. Haven't touched the game in a long time. Actually had no idea what was going on with it until I paid attention to my YouTube feed, where we have several videos about Yandere Dev is in a lot of trouble. Apparently the situation's crazy, Charlie says. Some ordinary gamers, Yandere Dev is in serious trouble. And what actually got me looking is because I saw old Oompaville over here in the corner. He's got Yandere Dev is insanely creepy. I don't know who's doing his thumbnails. Maybe I need to get a thumbnail artist. Does anybody know a thumbnail artist? Maybe I need one. Anyway, so today we're gonna be checking out the video from Some Ordinary Gamers. We're going to see what he has to say about it. He's done a big video, and his videos are always pretty in-depth. And to be honest, me trying to piece something together 3 weeks after he's made his video, we can all enjoy his together. So I'm going to put a link down in the description for him. Check him out. He's got a lot of pretty in-depth, deep dive videos on interesting topics that I like. And we're going to figure out what happened to Yandere Dev and what game. What was I promoting back in the day that I have been unaware of this entire time?
What is a yandere?
Oh, you want to, you don't know senpai. Well, you got, ooh, I love senpai so much, right?
Okay.
And you're like, ooh, senpai, I love you so much.
Oh.
Yeah, then, you just can't, you love him, you love senpai so much that you will literally murder him and everyone else. Yeah, wow. It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
True love.
Yeah, it's like you want to be a psychopath. That's what the Yandere is. But before we get to that, speaking of other games that I promote, check out the Toasty Games channel if you want to see some live streams and some gameplay. Yeah, it's over there now. Dane plays with us, and Dane also is streaming on Twitch at Buff Pro. He's got his YouTube channel too, Buff Pro. Check that out. Look at this clip of some gameplay. Not Yandere. I hit him with a GPS tracker. Yeah, I don't want to get blown all this up. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you? No. All right, let's figure out what the heck happened.
Yandere Simulator first showed up as an idea on the old 4chan. Let us discuss the game mechanics of a Yandere Simulator. Set in a school, pick a boy, stalk him.
So you have like your senpai, like the guy that you're in love with. Like you walk in, like, ooh, there he is, and like you can barely even control yourself when you're around him, right?
Okay.
Other girls are trying to talk to him, and you got to take him out. So it's like a hitman game, really. Like you got to sneak around school and kill the people that are trying to talk to your senpai. And the last time I played the game, which has been years, you could capture the girls and tie them up in your basement.
What?
Yeah, and I think the next update that before I quit playing it was that you could actually even capture your senpai and torture him, I guess. But you'd like take things like, oh, his toothbrush, and you had to have it like in a little shrine to him. And there was a mechanic to where you could like change what panties you wore, and they gave you like certain buffs.
Wow.
You know, you could change your boob size and stuff like that. It started getting like kind of weird. One of the reasons I stopped playing it too, like you couldn't play it on Twitch. Twitch banned the game because you're at school murdering people, right? You know, it's
right.
Jesus Christ. It started out as like kind of a cool hitman kind of game with like a unique creep to it, right? Like, oh God, this is interesting. Let's see how this goes. And it did good for views too, so a lot of YouTubers played it. But then it eventually got to that point to where I think everyone kind of had the same thoughts that I did, but they went, I don't think I'm going to keep playing this. Anyway, that's what I remember from playing the game.
The creator behind it has spent so long in creating the game that at this point, you know, you've got games like Cyberpunk 2077 out on the market, shamed, rebuilt,
the dude has been working on the game like for forever. And I remember the updates he would do too. He'd have like YouTube videos where he'd be like, in this update, senpai goes over here and the other girls want to get with him. And we can't have that. You know, it's just like kind of creepy in its own way.
Yeah.
Now, the game's premise is pretty simple. You start off, create a new save file, pick the, affection of your choice. You basically create your character, your I guess, wannabe husbando in this case.
Oh, you can create him now. Yeah, I didn't have this option when I played it last. Okay, all right.
Nice.
And like she's like creepily like just following him around.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, you start the game, you pick through a whole variety of kill strategies, which in that case, I will say the game is impressive. impressive, but you start to see that the focus of the game is kind of spread, okay? I don't know why we need a select panties screen for now.
There it is, Dave. You got a whole closet. Panties, and there's the senpai shrine right there beside it.
Oh, okay, that's where the toothbrush goes.
Yeah.
So when people ask about Russian game development, he starts to bring up No Man's Sky. Do you remember Cyberpunk 2077? Have you learned nothing? If your game has issues, it's better to delay the game and keep fixing it until it's ready. Yandere Simulator is a world first. Nobody else has ever developed a third-person social stealth sandbox-based serial killer simulator set in a school. Yeah, maybe that might be the thing. Stop it.
There you go. Set in a school. Set in a school. That's the one thing.
Yeah, that's what we got going for us, baby. Oh my god.
Oh god. And I don't think what he's this is just like setting up like him like talking about how like why his game's been taking forever to come out. This is not actually like what the problem is. I think I haven't looked into it, but I'm thinking that the Yandere dev himself was actually he's in some hot water.
Trouble.
Yeah. I think we're going to get to that.
Now, whereas Yandere Dev used to earn somewhere north of $4,000 a month, which is a pretty good earning for an independent game developer making a hyper niche game, that support has dropped drastically below. We're talking to the point where we are sitting at $1,284, okay?
Oh, man, people start pulling the money out. They're like, yo, dude, you ever going to finish this game? Golly, it's been like 10 years now. Come on, man.
Now, back when I initially covered it, one of the interesting things that I read from Yandere Dev's debunk thread was talking about age of consent. Now, normally...
Oh, no. I'm already questioning that he's segueing into something, Dane, and I'm already...
Oh, no.
He basically got hit up with the fact that your game is creepy because the characters are underage, and he responds with, the age of consent is different in every country. So does that mean that the game is only creepy in some countries? Yeah, this guy debates like a Redditor, okay? So just get...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm in America, and I'm making a game that's going to an American audience, but you see, it's based off Japanese culture, so the age of consent is... No, just shut up, all right?
No. This can't be good, kid.
Oh,
this can't be good.
It's not going in a good place. It reminds me of like what they call lollies? The anime trope or whatever it is of where the girl... who's like, she's a 1,000-year-old dragon, but she's all dressed up in goth stuff, and she looks like a 12-year-old. That stuff is always weird to me. It always has been.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, 100%. Mary brought it up and was talking to me. She's like, hey, this sounds weird, right? I'm like, yeah, it's freaking weird. I'm a 1,000-year-old dragon in the body of a 12-year-old. Does that make it? No, it doesn't make it okay. It's weird.
Some people mentally develop at different speeds. This means that one consent doesn't work for everyone. For example, some people might be mentally developed enough at 18. Some people might be developed at 19 or 20. That's why the concept of the age of consent is slightly flawed.
I can agree on that, on the 18 and plus part, right? Sure, maybe someone's not developed mentally by the time they're 20 or something like that, I guess. But like, when you start going the other way, no. He was very mature for a 13-year. Now that's when you start getting to that conversation, and Chris Hansen comes out and slaps him.
They get tased.
Well, it would be convenient if there was a machine you could place on your head that would scan your brain and determine your current level of mental development. If the machine was 100% accurate, then it would be objectively able to determine whether or not a person is ready. The way I phrased it, I said if there was a test, if you pass it, you get a license. Man, maybe debating this hard into this topic wasn't exactly the smartest place to go down.
Yeah, what a rabbit hole. Wow, who would even like, if only there was a machine. What? Okay,
that
sure.
Would read your brain?
That's like the thought experiment you have and you keep to yourself. All right, don't go posting that. God, all right.
Wow.
Yeah, I figured this is where this is going.
Yeah.
And
then you're developing. You're in a school in your game. Get this written out.
And again, the discussion of the age of consent topic. So when it came up, this linked to, I swear to God, a fucking age of consent heat map. That is not something I expected to be seeing today, okay?
Okay, yeah, age of consent. Oh, yeah, you got like the statutory R-word stuff, 16 and all that. Yeah, I'm just not going to get in that conversation. It's just where the creeps go. That's where the creeps go. No.
Yandere Dev has some serious allegations. Now, I don't want to dive too hard into those serious allegations, just because that's not a main staple of my channel. I just like to talk about the games and the history behind it.
I need to know about the allegations. Mudahar, please.
What is happening?
Tell me about the allegations.
I actually had a massive video about Yandere Simulator. I wanted to really hope that this game would go somewhere. But the reason why it's not going to go anywhere is a couple days ago, Yandere Dev has apparently been caught interacting in a very charged manner with a minor.
Allegedly. But yeah, we know how the alleged goes. Oh god. Dane. Oh god. I gotta do it. Yandere Simulator. I gotta. Oh god. Look, she's got panties on her head. Oh, I gotta delete them. I gotta delete them. Oh, no. 2 million views, 2 million. Oh, these don't really matter. That was delete forever. No, my views. RIP.
You had that many videos on that game. You played it for a little bit.
I thought I had more. I need to go check and see if I got some more that got different names. But yeah, back 2015, 16, 17. Goodbye, Yandere. Goodbye forever. We don't need those games. We don't need them.
Not with that.
I want them to actually go away.
That's taking quite a while.
It's taking a long time to delete these. What's going on? Oh, well. Anyway, back to the video.
Now, a couple days ago, a YouTuber known as Ali MCC made an entire video detailing the alleged grooming allegations. Seems that there has been a DMCA strike on this entire video. And this DMCA strike seems to have come from the actual name of the victim that initially brought these things up. Now, to understand, ladies and gentlemen, there is some belief that this may have been filed, from Alex, Yandere Dev themselves, which would basically be perjury. But it also seems that the victim in this case seems to have actually wanted to recant or retract or not really bring this situation up even further.
Interesting. So there's allegations and there's a video made, but it's being struck by the alleged victim. Interesting.
Wow. This is a deeper hole than I thought we were going to get into here.
Me too. I was like, what the heck, man? What the heck?
But of course, one of the things, some of the messages you can read were rather wild. I am so lonely and miserable and depressed and unhappy. Of course, the one time a girl is actually nice to me, I got attached. Now, this is, I guess you could say, a little manipulative sounding.
Messages, baby. Yeah. I need the tea. All right, cosplay fan here. All right. Oh, my God. Feel bad for me. Oh.
And remember, Yandere Dev is 35 years of age, okay?
Hang on a second. Whoa, hang on a second. What's going on? You're 35. You have this massive blackmail over me. With the assumption that it's true and Yandere Simulator was doing bad stuff and then realized that he's about to get exposed. It seems like an appropriate response. But it also could be that it's, something else. But either way, like, to be having a conversation with a 16-year-old to put yourself in a position to be blackmailed with what your conversation is about is questionable.
That's very...
to begin with.
Yikes.
Anyway, just trying to devil's advocate, think about both sides a little bit, I guess. Anyway.
Then, of course, you got one situation which I think absolutely blew my mind away. Yandere Dev allegedly brings out the old TI-83 and starts some calculations here.
No!
For instance, I think that sometimes 17 is 94.4% of 18. So therefore, being attracted to a...
Throw him out. Throw the whole dude out. Throw him out.
No.
We could math that into some terrible, terrible statistics,
Oh, no.
But if you're 9 years old, that's technically 50%. Slap yourself thinking like that. Well, I mean, can't be surprised. Like if this is him with the same conversation and the mental gymnastics from earlier about the age of consent, then the thought process and the delusion definitely adds up. Like we watched To Catch a Predator, right? And then I talk a lot about like trying to figure out like what these guys were thinking and how they talked themselves into doing it. I think this is how they do it. I think this is a good example.
He's laid it all out on paper.
Wow, the whole transcript right there. We got it. All right, it doesn't make sense, but it does at the same time, I guess, of how they think.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yandere Dev is not a normal individual, okay? And because of these crazy allegations, which unfortunately seem to be pretty corroborated, because Yandere Dev made an entire post a couple days ago. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You know when it starts off with an I'm sorry after what we just read? It's It's bad.
Yeah. It's not an admission of guilt. I'm just sorry for things that I allegedly I didn't do. Okay, all right.
There's a part of me that wants to say, no, you don't understand. The video is edited in an extremely dishonest and misleading way. No, I'm not going to focus on that. Yeah, if you wanted to defend yourself, it might be ideal to go down that route.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, if you actually want to defend yourself, maybe saying no, it's not true would be.
That's how I'd start,
Didn't perceive this as a problem. What do I care what her age is? She's just a funny fan of the game who wants to talk to me. We talked for a while, and eventually I started to feel really comfortable speaking to her. I started talking to her the same way I would speak to my boys, like she was one of the guys. I made the same type of vulgar jokes that I make when voice chatting with my other friends.
Jesus Christ, this dude is a Redditor. Holy crap, man.
No, dude. Why would he do? No. Okay. All right.
I mean, this is what you do. If you're like you have fans, right? You're making a game. You have fans, and speaking from a person who has fans. Someone talks to you, which, I don't even do that to begin with. I don't even respond. But if the conversation starts off with, I'm 16. Thank you I appreciate you watching. I'm glad you're a fan. I hope you have a good day. That's it. You don't got to become besties. You don't have to even leave that door open with reading through the history of this guy, of like how he thinks about the age of consent to begin with. You just close that door. It's like he left it open for the possibility of it happening.
This is the point in time when I should have instantly disengaged and ended all contact with her. In any interaction between an adult and a minor, it is the adult's responsibility to put an immediate stop to any behavior. Why? Why didn't you?
I feel like this is a Chris Hansen interview. Why are you here? Why did you not show up?
Right.
I didn't think anything bad about it until I got in trouble,
Right. You didn't one time have this thought? Then why are you here anyway?
But do my math, it checks out this 94% okay.
This behavior doesn't exactly seem out of place. You see why I'm not shocked?
Wow.
It's not shocking to me.
Well, that's the kind of thing that I was thinking when we first started going here, is like whenever I saw the videos in my feed over here about Yandere Simulator being in trouble, I was like, oh, yeah. That makes sense. That was my thought. I didn't go, oh my gosh, there's no way. I was like, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, I can see that. Even just from playing the game and not really knowing much about the whole situation, it was a very easy, logical leap.
I feel like the best way to go about forward with this is to get law enforcement legally involved in investigating this guy. And if it does turn out that he is a truly degenerate individual, then maybe Patreon and YouTube need to get involved and see if they want to continue financing or working with a guy like this.
Yeah, call Chris Hansen. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Dude, this comment right here, learning that Yandere Dev is a pedophile, allegedly, is like learning that water is liquid. It's just common sense. Jesus.
Yeah, I guess I'll just stick to Hitman. And Yakuza.
Hope you guys enjoyed that or hated it. Either one. Let me know in the comments what you think. Leave a like, leave a comment, do all that cool stuff. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. Say hello to my friends. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.